All right, everybody, welcome back. We're going to start with an overview of the TCPIP model. Why? Because now Cisco talks a lot about this TCPIP model. All right, let me just show you what I mean. Here we have a nice little diagram. Obviously, I took this from them. All right, we have the OSI, the TCPIP, and TCPIP again, because this is the original layer 4. There's 4 layers: the application, transport, internet, and link. All right, but now Cisco is using a 5-layer TCP/IP model: application, transport, network, data link, and physical. They actually took the link layer and they broke it up into 2 pieces, making it a little bit more, I guess, if you want to call it micromanagement, or more to separate certain things from just everything on the link layer. They want to explain things on the data link and then on the physical. So they're becoming like an OSI. All right, like an OSI. But this is your TCP/IP model. Something you need to know, something you need to memorize this, something in networking that was the original model. And with that said, here, now you may not be able to see this, but you'll see it when you have it with you, when we upload it. There's a link to a particular website, all right, which shows you a timeline of the TCP/IP when it started. They're not going to ask you history questions. They're not going to ask you who's the father of TCP/IP or anything like that. All right. But if you just Google timeline for TCP/IP model, that will come up. But the link is there. You can always click on it and you can go ahead and go onto it's right underneath here. If you can't see it, it's in brown, but you'll see it once the course gets uploaded. You'll be able to see it just fine. It's an internet timeline that you can actually move. You have to go to the year 1973. That's when the TCP/IP model was actually started its design, right? Its creation, right? Way back in those days. All right, so that's something that's good to know. But what you need to know, and you can see that here, even in their timeline, they have just a 4-layer model, but now they're separating the internet and network, or internet and link layer, all right, I should say, internet and link layer, into two separate data link and physical. All right, so the internet is 1 layer, but then the link layer is data link, and physical layer. So they won't be talking about the same things on each layer. So what does that mean to you when you're taking your certification? Pay very close attention to the question. What is the new TCP/IP architecture? The original TCP/IP architecture has how many layers versus the new TCP/IP? What layer of the TCP/IP model was broken into 2 layers? The data link and physical. Oh, that was a link layer in the original TCP/IP model. So those are the things that you may run into, okay, in the test. Is that now we have a new 5-layer TCP/IP model, but it's essentially talking about the same thing. It's just been divided into other 2 layers. All right. Well, with that said, remember, this is your TCP/IP model. This is what we use. All right. We still use the OSI, but apparently for some reason we like to stay close to the TCP/IP, the original model that was created way back in the day. See everyone in the next lecture.